Continuing here. So, yes, I know that for me, and I would say that for all men. I mean, as a general rule, that you need a beloved in order to be whole. Okay. And for me, I want to be a really, really nice guy. I want to be as nice a guy as I can be. I don't want there to be nicer guys than me. I want to be what I call a puppy dog among men. And, I've always had that gentle spirit from a very young age. I have been, opposed to violence and war and stuff. And here's a little picture of me when I was about 9 years old, I guess. My dad probably took this in Italy. I believe that was Italy when I was about 9 years old. We sailed around quite a bit in the Mediterranean. And, my dad and we met different people. And that was one of the guy's dogs that he had met. Here's another picture I'll share with you. This was in Big Sur, probably back in the 1990s. I saw these bulls starting to go at it, so I pulled off the side of the road. Probably had my daughters were little girls back then, and I had blown this picture up and I framed it and gave it to my dad. He liked it. It was kind of like symbolic of the way that we have bumped heads politically, I'd say, and as dad and sons can do. And but he liked it. I thought it was a pretty lucky shot. I caught that with my 35 millimeter Nikon camera, which I still have, but they don't use much anymore in this digital age. Here's another picture I'd like to share. This is my let's see, you can see me in there. See my dad. You can tell which one he is. My stepmom. I got my twin nieces in there and some of their friends, and my nephew. I'm standing next to my nephew, the engineer there. But nice family, huh? But anyhow, it's so important, friends, that we give a damn, that we seek to be nice human beings. Because just to be a nice guy, nice gal, it rates high in my book. And, to be a pleasant person and to be non-threatening, to be whatever the opposite of a threat to any individual, any group of individuals, is to be a comfort. And that is what I seek to be. And just like a puppy dog, just nice, kind, gentle, and, well-wishing, unconditional love, that kind of stuff, And that's what I look forward to a woman bringing out in me. And you can say, well, that sounds codependent and, and this, and you can't expect somebody else to fix your problems. But I'm at a loss because I absolutely am certain, I'm absolutely convinced, and perception is reality, that there's just no way. I just cannot be content. At least I've got to search and seek to be whole. I can't do it. I need a beloved. I need someone to love. I'm a selfish man, and I need to give my love. I've got to. I cannot be happy. There's just no way I can be happy. I could have all the wealth of the world, and I could, if I don't, have a beloved, I'm not going to be happy. I need it. I want it so much, more than anything else in the whole world. I want to be whole. And in order to be whole, I need this woman. I need a woman. Okay, I don't want to settle. I want a woman that is as good as my imagination can conjure up. And I've seen that in this lady. And like I said, I don't know what's ever going to come of this, if anything. So I've got to let go and let God and just, because I'm so attracted to her. It's like I'm making myself crazy just looking at her. Okay. And I have to just turn it over and just let what will be. And that's it. Live my life one day at a time. I might be dead tomorrow. I don't know. But, I just got to turn it over. And I'm sorry if, maybe I shouldn't be talking about this stuff, but I am, because it's important to me. And, the older I get, the more I realize that I'm never going to be self-satisfied. I'm never going to be content being a single man. No way. I mean, living what I perceive as 10% of my life as opposed to 100% just by adding a beloved into my life. I mean, that's what I want. I want to share my life. I want to experience I want to share my experiences, and I want to have fun. I want to do stuff. I want to be in love. I want to have and to hold. I want to comfort and encourage. I want to be everything to some woman. I want to be everything she wants me to be, and more, a lot more. And that's what's going to make me happy. That's the best I can do. It's not going to be by attaining financial prosperity. Like I said, I really don't care. I really just don't care. I feel like I've already got too much. God is watching. I'm on a short leash, and I like it like that. I like to be accountable. I like to be convicted. Okay? I like the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. And I want it to shape and guide my life. Okay? And I just don't, I want an end to the desperate poverty. That's unnecessary human suffering and all the implications thereof, what I've talked about before, the crime that's induced, the suicides that are induced, the welfare state that's induced, the dubious war that's induced, the national and individual debt that's induced, all those jobs that revolve. It's horrible. I mean, this is a horrible paradigm. And yet this is what is passed off to us as reality, the reality that we should accept and go along with, and taking the path of least resistance, that this is pragmatic, this is practical, this is absurd, this is insane, this is crazy. I brought out a few pictures. Maybe I'll try to share a few family pictures each week as I do this, just for the heck of it, you know. There's a good picture of my dad and my stepmom right here. He didn't live too much longer than that. He's probably about 85 there, so I guess. But this is my dad when he was about 40, and this is our rented house in Ireland. If you look closely, you'll see Puff the cat in the window there. But that was Daddy. Well, I shouldn't call him Daddy. I got one daddy. He's in heaven. That was my dad. Big guy, 6'2", former Marine Corps boxer. Got the nickname of Nails Credit, half Indian, half Irish. Good guy. I was lucky to have him. He was very adventurous. I had a very interesting life because of that man. I got a call out of the blue from a childhood friend, Jeff, from down in Santa Cruz. And when we first moved back from Europe, Ireland was the last place we lived in Europe. But our families kind of connected, and actually I was friends with both him and his brother, Dave. And he called me out of the blue. I hadn't talked to him in years, but it was really nice to hear from him. But he started telling me all these guys that have died that I knew. You know, a lot of them were surfers, and I was like, "Oh my God, you're kidding!" Vince Collier, and he was 2 or 3 years younger than me, and this is a guy that's enshrined at the Santa Cruz Surfing Museum. He's riding a wave at Mavericks, a huge wave, and I knew him since he was a kid. He was such a character. If anybody tried to bully him when he was out surfing, he'd go. I remember this one time he went home and he got a baseball bat. He challenged these guys, full-grown men, but he didn't mess around. And he grew to be a gentle giant. The guy turned out he was 6'4", 6'5", and nobody messed with him then. But yeah, he's already passed, man, and he had to be only in his 50s. It's messed up, man. But it was nice reminiscing because Jeff and we had a lot of fun. We've been to Hawaii together and done a lot of cool stuff surfing. We've been to Baja California together, and great times, man. 4-wheel driving down there, and ended up buying my own 4-wheel drive truck. I was part owner of a natural food store, so I financed it through the store. But I was an international harvester, 4x4. But you get addicted to that kind of fun. Going 4-wheeling down in Baja California, surfing with your buddies, and just had a great time. But Jeff and I had just had a lot of fun. We went to Hana, and Hana was on the island of Maui, and the thing to do in Hana is to pick these mushrooms out of the cow plops. Dried cow plops produce these mushrooms. I don't want to go any further than that, but we've had a lot of fun experiences together. And, we brought up, and we're going back to 1968, 69. And, brought up in the San Lorenzo Valley, the town of Felton in Santa Cruz Mountains there. Yeah, our families knew each other, so it was really nice. It's a lot of fun to talk to a childhood friend like that and share some of those experiences together. And to this day, we'd give each other a shirt off our backs. If Jeff needed anything, he could come to me. If I needed anything, I could come to him. And it's just nice to have those kind of friends. And last week, I did mention Mother's Day was coming up, but everybody knows that. Listen to me. I've got a lot of respect for women and mothers, and it's just like I'm talking about women and I'm exalting women all the time. So I'm not thinking about it as one special hallmark day, right? It's the same with Christianity and all this. People reserve, oh, well, it's Easter, it's Christmas, and now you can talk about Jesus. But no, I'm blabbing about Jesus all year long. So I don't, I don't have a lot of regard for those special holidays because the resurrection of Christ, being what Easter is supposed to represent, that lives in my heart. I mean, I believe all this stuff, man. I believe in the resurrection of the dead. Just another miracle. I mean, we're living in a miraculous universe, a miraculous galaxy, a miraculous solar system on a miraculous planet. It's all miraculous, all the flora, all the fauna. It's one big fat miracle we're living with. So I don't put resurrection beyond God's realm of possibilities at all. We're told to not believe in death because he has the power over life and death, and I think that we should adhere to that. As much as there's an age gap between this lady I'm in love with and I understand that she may think that would be a good excuse, a good out to not involve herself with me. But it's not that significant. There's a lot of people that, have marriages that work fine with age gaps, both ways. I mean, younger men with older women with older men with younger women. But there is a limit for me, too, because I have been hit on by women in their 20s. And as tempting as it is, even I can't face that kind of disapproval in social situations, from the consternation. Even though there's absolutely nothing immoral, there's absolutely nothing unethical, there's absolutely nothing illegal about being with an 18-year-old, for crying out loud. If she came on to me and I asked her out, and hey, you know what? Next thing you know, we're married. Okay, there's nothing wrong with that, right? Nobody can say there is. But yet they'll come up with stuff like, oh, it's age inappropriate and all this. Well, that means you're saying it's immoral? It's unethical? I mean, so what are you? What kind of a prude are you? I mean, who are you, the decision maker? I mean, we got laws, if it's illegal, because the laws are supposed to be based on morality and say, hey, it's wrong to steal. That's why you can't steal. But no, there's nothing. But I'm still, even I have my limits. So I get it when people aren't comfortable with age disparity. But, that's it. The heart wants what the heart wants, and that's it, man. I'm just looking for a girl. I don't care if she's older than me or the same age or whatever. But, it turns out that I know that she's younger, and that could be an issue. But maybe she likes it. I mean, a lot of women do like older men, and who knows what's going to happen. All I know is that I like her a lot. A lot. I totally, totally know. I could love, honor, and cherish her more than any other guy in this world. That it's impossible that there's a man more smitten by this cutie than me. And she is a sweetheart. She's absolutely perfect arm candy and soul candy. And I want her. We got the Dow Jones fell 600 points, and everybody's freaking out. Oh, where's the plunge protection team? But it's already back up, so it's only lost a couple hundred points. Big deal. I mean, it's up like 30% since Trump took office. So all these people, that money should be in circulation. So when people take out some money and the stock values drop, okay, that's only good for your local community. Probably it's being spent, so it's